This session is about key concept of IS audit. This session will be covering 7 different aspects. First one will be the purpose of information system audit. Second will types of information system audits. The third one will be the key areas of information system audit. Fourth, key methodology. Fifth, audit tools and techniques. Sixth, audit framework and standard. And seventh, challenges in IS auditing. Look at the picture. These 6 things that revolves around the information system audit. So when we are conducting system audits, what we are actually doing? Actually, we are evaluating the management control within an IT infrastructure. So IT infrastructure is not only the software, not only the hardware, but also the environment within which this IT system works. So then there is assessment of effectiveness of information system audits. So whether the IT system, this IS system that is giving you effectively the information that you are required in a time, and whenever required, it is being given to you. Assessing the efficiency of the system, that means it is working as per your controls and as per your as per your requirements, and it is meeting the business requirements. Then assessing the data accuracy, the data whichever is fed into the system, that is appropriately processed, and final data that is coming to you in the form of MIS, that is accurate. And system security, definitely unless the system is secured, you cannot have this risk-free data environment. So the system security is also assessed in this one. And last but not least, the regulatory requirement of the having data is also being complied with through this IT system. So continuing with the purpose of information system audit, what we achieve through information system audit is the system operates efficiently, securely, and reliably. The system complies with the relevant law, regulations, and standards. The integrity of the data is maintained and no unauthorized accesses are made. And last, business objectives are achieved without undue risk to the information security. Now here question arises, how many types of information system audits are there? There are many types of information system audits that are being conducted worldwide. First is internal audit. The organization itself conducts an IT audit and focuses on internal processes and controls. In order to improve these internal processes and controls, they conduct the internal audit, and it's a regular process by an organization. External audit, mostly it's annual audit or maybe 6 monthly audit. Audit conducted by third party. Third party means then an audit firms or an government agencies to verify the compliance and accuracy of the financial reporting and security of the IS system. Then third one is compliance audit, which focuses on whether the system meets the regulatory requirements. Here I have given an example of HIPAA. HIPAA is a US hospital related regulatory, where it has given that if a hospital system is utilizing the information system, what type of control should be existing in the system. So that meets the regulatory requirement. Then operational audit means evaluates the efficiency and effectiveness of operation and processes within the IS environment. And last, security audit reviews the security controls of the organization system to ensure that they are properly organized, configured to protect the vulnerabilities. There are so many vulnerabilities to an IT audit system: external attack, internal attack, data theft, and data accuracy, and other things. So those things are where these are being taken care of. That is called security audit. In the previous slide, we have covered types of information system audit, which are internal, external, regulatory, compliance, and security audits. In all these audits, we cover certain areas for the purpose of audit. What are these? Let's look at the key areas of an information system audit. First is governance and management of IT. This ensures that technology decisions are aligned with the business goals and follow the right policies and standards. Second one is risk management. Here we evaluate whether risks are properly identified, managed, and mitigated in both system design and daily operations. The third one is system development and maintenance. This focuses on how systems are acquired, developed, tested, and maintained to ensure reliability and accuracy. Fourth is IT operations, that auditors check whether day-to-day operations are efficient, secure, and supporting the business needs. Fifth is information security management. This is about protecting data, integrity, confidentiality, and availability of the core information data for the purpose of information security. And finally, the compliance with the law and regulations. Auditors verifies adherence to the legal requirements such as IT Act 2000 or industry specific regulation. Together, these areas provide a complete picture of how well an organization's information system are governed, protected, and aligned with its objectives. We covered types of audit, key areas where these audits are conducted. And now we will talk about audit methodology. What is methodology? Means what methods that we are using for from start to end the complete audit. So for now, let's talk about the audit methodology. We begin with planning. This is where the scope, objectives, and approach of audit are defined. Then the risk assessment. Auditors identify the area with the highest risk and prioritize them for deeper examination. The third step is fieldwork. Here, evidence is gathered through interviews, document reviews, and system testing to validate controls. Fourth, then we move to reporting. Audit findings, conclusions, and recommendations are documented and shared with the management. Finally, the follow-up. Follow-up means auditor verify the corrective actions have been taken and that improvements are in place. Together, these five steps form a complete cycle, ensuring that audits are systematic, risk-forced, and lead to a meaningful improvement. Up to this point, we have covered the types of audits, the key areas to be audited, and the audit methodology. When we say types, we mean different category of audits such as compliance, operationals, audits. When we say key areas, we refer to the specific domains within an information system that audit focuses on, like security data, integrity, governance, and other things. And when we say methodology, we are talking about the structured approach a process auditor follows to carry out the audit effectively. Now let us move to the next important aspect, audit tools and techniques. This term refers to as practical method and instruments auditors use to gather evidence, test controls, and evaluate systems. In other words, these are the hands-on approach that makes auditing process possible and effective. The following tools and techniques will be discussed in this session, that is CATS, system testing, sampling, and interview and surveys. CATS, tools such as data mining, special auditing software that automates tasks, make data analysis and evidence collection more efficient. System testing is evaluating whether the system functions as intended, with a particular focus on system security and data integrity. Means whatever we are inputting it correctly, it is processing as we are trying that this should be processing, and the output is as correct and accurate as we intend it to be. Then sampling. Examination is a subset of data and transaction to draw conclusion from the entire population. Here we are not conducting the audit of entire population, but we try to extract some subset of data and then we try to draw a conclusion about the entire population. The interviews and survey collecting insights directly from the stakeholders to understand process, risk, and system operation. Together, these techniques form the backbone of the practical auditing, helping auditor move from theory into actionable evidences. Just as an audit assesses an organization against rules to determine its effectiveness, The audit itself is also judged by whether it follows recognized rules and standards. This aspect is covered under audit framework and standards. In simple terms, this framework provides the benchmark and guiding principle that ensures audits are reliable, consistent, and effective. Let us look at some of the major frameworks and standards used in auditing. One is COBIT. What is COBIT? Control Objective for Information and Related Technologies, a comprehensive framework for IT governance and management. It sets standards and best practices for auditing IT systems, ensuring alignment between IT and business goals. Second one is ISO 27001. This is an international standard for information security management system. Auditors use to evaluate whether an organization's security controls are properly designed and implemented. ITIL, Information Technology Infrastructure Library, a collection of best practices for IT service management. It helps auditors assess the effectiveness and efficiency of IT operations and service delivery. Then there is NIST SP 853, a catalog of security and privacy controls developed by the US National Institute of Standard and Technology. It guides auditors in evaluating system security and privacy measures in details. Together, these framework and standards act as a rule book for auditing practices, ensuring that audits are not just procedural but also credible and globally recognized. While audit frameworks and standards provide the rule book, auditors still face several practical challenges when working in real-world information system environment. The first challenge is constantly evolving technology. Rapid advances such as cloud computing, the Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence introduce new risks and complexities that auditor must quickly adapt to. Second, we have complex systems. Modern information systems are highly integrated and layered, requiring more sophisticated audit techniques and tools to appropriately evolve them. Third, data privacy concern. Auditor must ensure that while assessing sensitive data, they do not violate privacy law or compromise personal information. Finally, there are resource constraints, limited time, budget, and expertise often restricts the depth and scope of an IS audit, making prioritization and efficiency critical. Together, these challenges highlight why IS auditing is not just about following a checklist, but about continuously adapting to technology, regulations, and organizational realities.